Well, the Vote With Your Feet campaign is off and running. Now, I know it's very small and they may laugh at me, but people have laughed at me before and no one's laughing at me now, not from the Australian Defence Force anyway. And some of those big corporations don't know how many people support Julian Assange all around the world. And all we're asking for is a formal statement from Nike, McDonald's, Apple. What have you done for Julian Assange lately? What's your opinion on it? So don't wear these, because it looks like you're supporting the US government. Plenty of fashion choices. These, great. From a thrift store. No corporation got rich from them. My midnight cowboy jacket. No problem at all. Made in Morocco. Swiss shoes, great. German shoes, I think they're still German, great. Schlupperhoppers. American branding, no. Don't wear sports teams. Don't buy Levi's unless you get them from a thrift store. It makes a difference. Now, why? Because we're cutting off the blood supply to the head of the snake. These corporations, big corporations, they give huge donations, literally billions each year, to the state, upper and lower houses, to the Senate, to the House of Representatives, to their equivalent of councils. They have huge amounts of outlets, factories, whether they're arms manufacturers, shoe manufacturers, cake manufacturers, hamburger manufacturers. They've got outlets everywhere. And so what they say, they're hugely political. Now, what they say to the representatives or the senators, whatever it is that if you don't give us this tax concession or this, we will have to sack people in your district, and you want to have 10,000 unemployed people in your district, try and win an election. So they have incredible political power. Don't let Nike or any firm, Apple, tell you that they're not political. They are totally political. They're inherently political, US corporations, because they rely on the government. It's a symbiotic relationship in order to make money. Favourable treatment for both. So they can get things done. So ask them, what are they doing about Assange? And for those people who think, oh my God, don't get involved in a cause, Kelly Slater supporting Julian Assange, and he's the greatest of all time. Maybe the greatest of all time in any sport. Maybe not Ali, but apart from Ali, he's up there. And some people think he's greater than you, Michael Jordan. If you had an opinion on Julian Assange, which was positive, maybe you would be better. But remember Jane Fonda. Well, people won't know, although she's still famous now. Whatever the show is, Frankie and Johnny. And in the 70s, she was banned because she visited North Vietnam. She was called Hanoi Jane. She was black banned. People wanted to kill her, blah, blah, blah. Look at her now. There is no bigger legend in Hollywood than Jane Fonda. And she stood up for a cause. So people who are not standing up for Julian Assange want to think about that. The real legends stand up. They don't cower. Lady Gaga has done it. Pamela Anderson, obviously. And there are probably others. But if you want to, don't think that your career is going to die because you stand up for Julian Assange. It could be quite the opposite. And look at Jane Fonda. Speaking of Jane Fonda, Jane, if you're listening, I'm sure you are, come on out. I want to interview you. I can't come to California for various reasons, but you can you can come to Sydney, and we can talk about Cat Ballou and various other movies that I enjoyed when I was a tiny boy. And So, yes, keep up the good work. It may just be me hanging out to dry, but I don't care. Uh, Don Quixote fighting the impossible fight because we are right. And that's the only thing that matters.